Dear students, in last lecture already we have discussed the statics characteristics. In statics characteristics we have discussed the accuracy of the measurement instrument, and second characteristics, which is precision, that also we have discussed. So let us consider the third static characteristics of a given instrument, that is sensitivity. Sensitivity of an instrument is defined as the ratio of magnitude of change in output signal to the magnitude of change in input signal. Means it is the ratio of change in output signal to change in input signal. That is, sensitivity K is equal to change in output signal upon change in input signal. If you are having very less change, you can say that instrument is less sensitive. If change is large, we can say that the instrument is more sensitive. Means if you are given a very small input, then also you are getting the output, then you are having more sensitive equipment. Just like our skin, if you are taking sensitivity K, which is ratio of delta E0 upon delta EI, where delta E0 and delta EI, which are represents the change in output signal to the change in input signal respectively, where EU is output signal and EI is the input signal. So output signal upon input signal is not sensitivity, but change in output signal upon change in input signal, the ratio of change in output signal to change in input signal represent the sensitivity of given instrument. So static sensitivity of transducer depends upon the calibration of transducer. So if you are having more accurate calibration, the sensitivity will vary according to the calibration, or it depends on the calibration of transducer. From the above expression, sensitivity of instrument is decided by slope of transfer characteristics of transducer. Transfer characteristics represent the input-output characteristics. Means you will draw the characteristics of output against input. That characteristics we are taking as a transducer character. Here E0 is the output and EI is the input, and suppose there is linear characteristic of transfer characteristics is linear. So what we'll take? We'll take the ratio of these two, which is delta EO, which is change in output, and delta EI, which is change in input. And every point for a linear characteristics of an instrument, the slope of curve is remain constant, or sensitivity K remain constant. Okay, so the sensitivity of instrument is decided by the transfer characteristics, and slope will decide where the sensitivity remain constant or not. If slope does not remain constant, we can say that the sensitivity doesn't remain constant with the help of transfer characteristic curve. Okay, for example, if you are having linear transducer of LVDT, that is linear variable differential transformer, and variable inductance and variable capacitance transducers are the examples of sensitivity of having linear characteristics. So this is sensitivity. Sensitivity is non-linear. Some instrument may show the non-linear characteristic. Non-linear characteristics means what? You do not have the slope transfer characteristic as a linear in nature, not a straight line. It is a curve. Output, then this is input. This is non-linear. So what will happen here? The sensitivity K delta EO upon delta EI at point X is Kx, while at point Y delta EO upon delta EI at point Y, which is Ky. So Kx is different, Ky is different. So slope of transfer characteristic curve is different. That's why we can say that sensitivity is different for the instrument. The examples of non-linear transducers are just like thermocouples, thermistors, photodiodes, phototransistors, and strain gauges. These are the examples of the non-linear type sensitive instrument. So let us take the examples of sensitivity. How will you calculate sensitivity? Suppose when input voltage of an instrument changes from 10 volt to 12 volt. So input change from 10 to 12 volt, the corresponding output volt changes from 50 to 60 volt. What will be the sensitivity of instrument? So how will you calculate the sensitivity? Sensitivity you have to calculate K is equal to what? Delta EO, which is change in output, upon delta ER, which is change in input. This is formula. K is equal to delta EO upon delta ER. So you should know delta EO and you should know delta ER. So what is delta ER? Change in input. So change in input, where input changes from 10 to 12. So 12 volt minus 10 volt is delta EI, which is input, change in input, and change in output, delta EO will be what? Output signal. It changes from 50 to 60. So maximum is 60. So 60 minus 50 is 10 volt. So delta EI is 2 volt, delta EO is 10 volt. So K, sensitivity K is equal to change in output, which is 10 volt, upon change in input, which is 2 volt. So 10 volt upon 2 volt, so K is equal to 5. So sensitivity is unitless quantity, and for given instrument K is 5 in this example. So you can find the sensitivity if you know the change in output and change in input. So next characteristics is linearity. Static characteristic linearity. Linearity is the measure of quality of an instrument. The closeness of output value from the ideal fitted transfer curve of instrument is called as its linearity. Also in sensitivity we have seen the linear and non-linear type. In that also we have said that the output value from ideal fitted transfer curve of an instrument is called as linearity. So closeness of output value from the ideal transfer curve. Transfer curve means input output curve of an instrument. That will decide the linearity. This already we have said that if the slope of transfer curve remain constant, we can say that it is a linear instrument. For example, LVDT we have said that. So closeness of that output value from the transfer curve of an instrument, that closeness is said to be linearity of that instrument. So linearity is the ability to produce the input characteristics symmetrically. Means whatever input you are giving, similar change in output you will get. That ability to reproduce the input characteristics symmetrically, that will represent the linearity of the instrument. However, the linearity never completely achieved, and the deviation from ideal from known as a linear tolerance. In commercial instruments, the maximum departure from the linear, it is the often specified in one of the following ways. Which following ways linearity will produce? May be produced, that is independence of the input, that is instrument is independent on the input, or it may be dependent on the input. So what is this independence of input and dependence of input, that we will consider. See, independence of input and this is dependence of input. You can say that if there is small variation in the output of measuring instrument from the idealized straight line respective of input, maximum deviation on positive and negative side of best fitted straight line decides the non-linearity of instrument. This non-linearity is independent of the input variation. This value is measured in terms of plus minus percentage of full deflection. So this is independence of input. See, this is transfer curve, that is output against input. This line which is representing over here, that will represent the best fitted curve. So this is actual calibration curve. Actual calibration curve is a variation from best fitted. Best fitted is like this. So best fitting straight line, and actual calibration is from negative side is to the positive side, again to the negative side. So whatever this maximum deviation from the best fitted line, that is this maximum deviation. this maximum deviation may be to the plus sign or maybe to the minus sign. So if you are having very small variation, if you are having very small variation of output of the measuring instrument from the ideal, or you can say that best fitted curve from the instrument. So these two lines, your variation will be from here plus side and here to the minus side. Are you getting? So you are having plus to minus, which represent the full scale deflection. Around plus to minus represent the full scale deflection. This is maximum deviation to plus side. This is maximum deviation to minus sign. So it is independence of input, means it will go to plus and minus. But what about dependence of input? You are having actual curve. This is your actual curve. See, this is your actual curve like this. Ready? But if you see, the maximum deviation for this is small. Here if you go for here, the maximum deviation is this. It is large over here. So in case of variation of output, measuring instrument is a function of variation of input in the transfer curve, then the locus of maximum deviation points, which are maximum deviation point for this case, maximum deviation point here, for this case maximum deviation points here, positive and negative side of best fitted straight line decides the non-linearity of the instrument. The percentage change in the slope of linear drawn from origin with respect to best fitted line decides plus minus sign, that is percentage of non-linearity. If this deviation is maximum, you can say that this deviation is maximum, this is amplitude is low, here deviation is low, so maximum again if you go ahead it will increase. So if deviation goes on increasing, you can say that there is more and more non-linearity occurs. But here this deviation remains constant throughout. So this is independence of input. Whatever input will be vary, the deviation remain constant in both sides. But dependence of input, if input goes on changing, what will happen? The deviation goes on change. Initially it was small, next it was increasing and increasing. So it depends on the input. Input changes, deviation goes on changing from the plus minus sign of actual fitted curve or actual, or you can say that standard value of given quantity. So this is all about the linearity of instrument. If you say the combination of both these things, dependence of input and independence of input, so we can say that combine independent and proportional to the input. So linearity third type, which is combined independent and proportional to input. It happens sometimes that there is variation in output which is proportional. Variation in the output measured is proportional to the input for a certain region of the input output characteristics and independent of input for remaining part of the output characteristics as shown in the figure. So what is happening over here? There is dependent variation of output from the best fitted line. So this is your best fitted line. Here straight line passing from the origin represent the best fitted line. This is best fitted line. So best fitting straight line. So what will be here? Here you are measuring actual curve. This is measuring curve. These are the readings or actual measurements you are getting for input and output. So from best fitted line, higher range and dependent variation in lower range, then non-linearity of the instrument specified in plus minus y direction. Also there is percentage of full scale at plus x% in x direction. So there is combined change you have to take. So somewhere you have to take small and somewhere you have to take large. So there is combined independent and proportional to the input values in this case. Okay, so this is three things. So what we have seen, there is linearity, independence of input, then there will be dependence of the input. In independence of input, the non-linearity or you can say that from best fitting curve the measurement always remain with the constant from plus minus direction or plus minus direction. But here, as there is change in input, the maximum deviation changes. Here what will happening that in the region of input output characteristics you are getting the characteristics in these best fitted lines. So you have to go for variation in some direction. Some region there is large change in deviation, some region there is small change in deviation. So there is dependent variation in the output from the best fit line at higher range and dependent variation in the lower range. One where there is dependent variation and somewhere there is independent variation depending on the deviation of output from the input value. Okay, thank you very much.